What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And on today's video, guys, I will show you quite interesting update from Christian Shaughnessy, and it is basically a reminder about the shady actions that surrounding the QSIP number of Torchlight Energy back in the days, and potentially these facts might prevent us from getting 2 additional days of trading. And to be honest, guys, as I mentioned in a lot of my previous videos, I don't think that it might be the case that will help us to see the resolution. But nevertheless, I still realize that this, if it happens, guys, this might be a very important step towards the resolution. On top of that, I will show you even more shady actions that happened back in the days right before the U3 halt implementation. And I will show you how the people inside MMTLP community should interact one to another in order to have a healthy atmosphere inside our community. And at the end of this video, guys, I will share my personal story. That is why please watch this video till the very end, because it is very important for me personally. And before we dive deep into all of these, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section if you think my videos are valuable for you. And let's begin today's video with this tweet that was written by Christian Shaughnessy just a couple of days ago. And this is basically a reminder about the shady actions that were surrounding the Torchlight Energy QSIP. She wrote, a 140-for-1 reverse split and name change for Bytec to Biomergen. Why is that especially interesting to MMTLP investors? Because in 2 SEC filings, Bytec used the Torchlight QSIP. August 2023 Bytec filing NT10-Q and 13D filing by Bytec in April 2024. That 13D filing is a statement of ownership and indicates CEO Cole Johnson has 222 million shares of Bytec. Some questions. First one. Did the SEC and FINRA inform Thomas Lipinski, the first Torchlight CEO, or John Burda, who became CEO after Lipinski, of the sanctions and deposition imposed by FINRA and the SEC on the 2 brokers responsible for placement of shares and depicted in 2 separate Form D filings for Torchlight? One filing was for Montgomery Street Research LLC and Paul Pollack, NASAA EFDID 36294. The other for Redner Research and Trading, NSAA EFDID 67154, links below. Did the SEC, second question, did the SEC and FINRA inform Lipinski or Burda that Torchlight was issuer A in the deposition documents? This is how it may connect. A company called Spine Pain Management eventually became Bytec, which just changed its name to Beamergan Energy Corporation. See February the 3rd of 2025 press release. Peter Dyerlamp used to be an executive with Spine Pain Management. Filings show he also owned LPD Investments. 2014 filings indicate Darlample and LPD Investments were both 10% owners of Spine Pain Management and that Darlample was also a director. Remember, according to filings, Spine Pain Management QSIP 84856L102 became Bytec, QSIP number 84856L102. and is now Beamergen QSIP number 84856X205. More questions. 3. Did Darlample or LPD Investments improperly use the Torchlight QSIP? Fourth, what, if anything, did the 2 brokers, Montgomery Street Research LLC and Paul Pollack, or Redner Research and Trading, know about the use of the Torchlight QSIP and placement of Torchlight shares? Links are threaded. Additional posts for reference July 2024. Question number 2. Are financial institutions and hedge funds using Bytec technologies as an off-ramp for the counterfeit shares transacted under the Torchlight QSIP? Those trades still need to be settled. Why else would Bytec use two QSIPs? And who brought the Torchlight QSIP to Bytec? One more question for today. Here's the question number 3. What is Metamaterials Board of Directors' fiduciary responsibility to its shareholders? Doesn't the board have an obligation to its shareholders to investigate Bytec's use of Torchlight's QSIP? And guys, this discrepancy, or this some kind of coincidence, and to be honest, I don't think that it is a real coincidence, happened and was discovered by the community members more than a year ago. And I have to admit that, yes, we knew about this, but despite the fact that these two QSIP numbers and this entire case was mentioned in one of the lawsuits that were filed last year, we don't have basically any answers for these questions. And here you can see that Jennifer on February the 5th responded to Christian Shaughnessy. I'm pretty sure this was discussed a year ago, along with a CI case. I do believe you should focus on the overall situation that includes more than nakeds, LOL. And Christian responded, I've been posting on MMTLP since before the halt. I am not an investor in MMTLP and have only tried to help the community get resolution and ask answers. If you don't like the post or believe you've seen the information before, you can just move on without commenting. And Jennifer also added, people keep discussing the same things over and over. The majority of influencers are distractions from the real issues. If you have been posting on MMTLP, you should know exactly what they are, unless you have an agenda. Also, I comment and say what I want, period. So guys, again, quite unpleasant conversation, and here we have Scott Traudt, who also added his 5 cents. He wrote, totally agree, they parrot the same talking points, the same wait for McCabe and Christian to do something, the same memes, the same shopworm pleas to Congress, even though Congress knows the MMTLP community has self-appointed gatekeepers that have reduced the entire MMTLP resolution movement to a virtual Leaper colony. Then there's the new pump and dumps being lit up by people. Christian Shaughnessy should look at with an objective journalist lens, busy brands in particular, but c'est la vie. And in this case, we have an answer from Mark Basile, and I have to admit that for now, I like this conversation from this point and further on. He wrote, actually, Christian Shaughnessy has my utmost respect as a financial journalist. While some may disagree with her, she is usually a tremendous source of analysis and information, and is literally in real time on top of any and all new developments that deal with FTDs, stock lending, SEC and FINRA enforcement or administrative actions, and is very adept in connecting the dotted lines. It's X, not everyone will agree with everyone else, but at least to our firm, she is a wealth of information. And for now, we have a response from Scott. Great, how about an amicus curiae in Traudt versus Gensler, the writ of mandamus to get MMTLP trading? Seems like the other 10 attorneys from around the country I've been tangling with in Traudt versus Rubinstein had no issues appearing to pro-hack VC to work in Vermont. How about your firm support a play for 2 days of restored trading? Or do you not support getting MMTLP trading again as a backup case in your Florida efforts with honor trades to go class action implode? And Mark responded, trading would be great and I support that. Only trouble is the community is against lawsuits because of what they may expose on all fronts. Problem is there is no mechanical or procedural way to get MMTLP trading unless, and that's a big unless, a guy in a black robe orders the SEC, FINRA and the brokers to work that out. I said all along, a federal court judge will decide this. Anna Trade's case is a means to an end. Getting discovery to see exactly what happened, who is protecting who, and who is going to pay for the resolution, even though it might start out as a subset group of the MMTLP holders. Until we know that, every pathway is tough going. Not to say you won't succeed. and I hope you do. But what the community knows versus what it doesn't know is a bottomless crevasse right now. And Scott responded to this. Well, that's why I filed the writ of mandamus. Gensler has been served. Here's your shot to be hero, console. Jump in and join the team for the big win. And since then, do we care what the self-appointed so-called community leaders with their paid bot farms and bot listeners on disgrace calls, or the bond boys think? The shot is there, console, right now in US District Court in Vermont. And Mark responded, rest assured, we have been considering this since you filed it. And this is quite interesting update because Mark might join Scott Traudt in his litigation, and potentially they might work together. Now, guys, I have to admit that the rumors that previously circulated inside the MMTLP community might become a reality. And it doesn't mean that they worked together previously. It means that if they combine their efforts, the results might be much more successful for the entire MMTLP community. And I think, guys, we have to keep an eye on this side of our community as well. On top of that, guys, I want to show you this tweet. For now, it is not so pleasant, but we have another so-called back and forth actions from Scott and from other people who doesn't want to see Scott as leader, so-called leaders or headliners in the MMTLP case. And I don't, to be honest, I don't know why instead of helping some of community members, these people want to stop him. And in a minute, I will show you quite interesting thoughts about it. So, Scott wrote, and the second wave of lawsuits are hitting the beach with Matt in the vanguard. Here's what he can expect. 1. Junk Savvy, the Space Queen, will start trash talking him. She will have the Idaho potato, Jen Capella, lead the charge in her disgrace calls and attempt to move any positive talk about Matt's work to propaganda about how hideous Wes Christian is almost ready more than 2 years after he said MMTLP had the mother lord of naked shorts to spring a trap on shorts in MMTLP using flamethrower LLC. And that Mild Wes has a plan, and that she works and doesn't work for McCabe, and has and doesn't have an NDA with McCabe and the Mild One. Today, anyway. Tomorrow's disgrace call tune will be different. Second one, Karma Collects. Will Soil himself brush the Cheetos crumbs out of his stubble left over from a night of watching Money Suit videos and call for an emergency disgrace call with his band boys. Call John Burda to ask whether he should dox Matt, harass him from one of his 20 burner accounts, or make a meme about Matt and post it under his burner account at Real Greg McCabe. More than likely, Drew will link Matt to A. An enormous military PSYOP campaign run by nefarious renegade military personnel and defense contractors and commercial fishermen and truck drivers, or B. Hedge fund, or C. All of the above. 3. Zingbat will once again accuse Scott of making fun of Greggy Drywell using a pirated Nextbridge Hydrocarbons PR letterhead. And then he will do it again, and for good measure will do it again. So guys, I have to admit that as I already mentioned, I don't like this type of conversations, and I don't like this type of posts. But you might wonder, why do I cover this post right now? And let me show you why. This is the tweet that potentially might expose Scott Traudt, and to be honest, I am just a witness of this quite dirty conversation and dirty relationships inside MMTLP community. But without these actions, we will not realize how we can work together and what should we do in order to achieve our main goal. And here you can see that Real Greg McCabe wrote this. It is not that definitely Real Greg McCabe, it is someone from MMTLP community but who covers himself or herself under this nickname. And he said, Next week I'm going to drop a nuclear warhead on Scott Traudt and prove once and for all that he's 100% compromised, that he was pushed into the community by bad actors under the guise of renegade, but his true purpose is to bankrupt NBH. So guys, it is quite interesting statement, and I have to admit that it is quite brave, I would say. At the same time, guys, the true purpose of Scott, according to this statement, is to bankrupt NBH. And guys, believe me, with or without Scott's actions, NBH will file its bankruptcy, and you cannot rely on this company as the savior of MMTLP community. It is just a misleading path that will lead us nowhere. And guys, take a look right here. Scott's actions ignite the part of MMTLP community to stop him. And I have to admit that I told you that it is quite weird behavior that despite the fact that we all of us have the same goal, the part of MMTLP community want to prevent another part to achieve this goal. And here is quite an interesting statement that was written by Mr. Grumpy 2 just 9 hours ago. Or just like when people tell you to stop asking the company NBH questions, MMTLP, time to wake up. And here is the meme that was published by Elon Musk. And it says, when you are finding fraud and somebody yells, stop, that's who's doing the fraud. And I have to admit that, yes, potentially these shady accounts like the real Greg McCabe, and guys, as far as I know, we don't know the real name of this so-called the real Greg McCabe. At the same time, guys, Scott Traudt uses his own name, and we know who is he and what is his background and what is his purpose and what is he doing right now in MMTLP community and for how long he is here. That is why, guys, despite the fact that I don't like the type of communication from Scott, I support him for 100%. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag.